World War II promoted the creation of many new innovations and discoveries. There were many new creative ways of causing mass destruction and death, the most horrific of them all being the atomic bomb. In the years after the war, a book was compiled telling the stories of the children that experienced the blast at Hiroshima. Children of the A-Bomb, Testament of the Boys and Girls of Hiroshima, was compiled by Arata Asada and translated by Jean Dan and Ruth Simon Morgan. Jean Clark Dan was a Wilson College student from 1928 to 1932, graduating with a BA in biology. When Jean Clark started at Wilson, she surely had no idea that she would not only go on to complete a PhD program in zoology at the University of Pennsylvania, but that she would also meet her future husband while there and move to Japan just before the start of World War II. Throughout high school and all the way up until junior year at Wilson, Jean had wanted to be a journalist. She worked with the student paper and participated in many on-campus activities and clubs. It was not until going to sign up for classes at the beginning of her junior year that her focus switched to biology. An English lecture course that she had planned on taking was full, so she signed up for a biology course instead. Jean was an excellent student who focused on completing the task at hand and not on grades.
Although I came to realize that she was an exceptionally bright, able, and discriminating person who could appreciate and remember very inconspicuous detail, as well as displaying refined humor in any situation, her genuine friendliness masked her critical qualities. I mean that she never had an irritated or unkind word about anyone. She liked everyone, and everyone liked her. At the end of our sophomore year, the Carnegie Foundation gave a battery of tests in a number of subjects to college students around the state, and Jean's name was at the top of the class. Our class was the second highest in the state, and of the 50 women with the top grades in the state, 17 were members of our class. Certainly Jean must have ranked very high among all those who took the test in the state. Similar tests in our senior year produced nearly identical results. Jean's name led all the rest in our class.
After graduation, Jean was awarded a fellowship at Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute in Massachusetts for the summer. This became a fairly regular destination for Jean Clark Dan throughout her life. Before her PhD one summer on a visit to Woods Hole with her friend Jean Herbert, they set sail with one other companion, John Harris, a researcher, on an 18-foot sloop that had been out of the water all winter. Storm clouds rolled in, and the waves grew. The boat was taking on water. The pumps below deck were not working, and there were no life vests on board. They were a mile from shore. The boat quickly sank. Jean Clark, not only being of able mind, but of able body, swam to shore and found help for her two friends that were still bobbing in the chilly waters. At the University of Pennsylvania, Jean Clark made friends with her instructors and fellow students. One such friendship was with a Japanese student and PhD candidate, Katsuma Dan. He was the son of the late Baron Takuma Dan, who was assassinated by militants in 1932. It was obvious to Jean Clark's friend Jean Herbert that Katsuma was very fond of Ms. Clark, but there was the worry that the coupling would be disapproved of by his family, as well as the issue of growing tensions between the United States and Japan. Katsuma returned to Japan in 1934 after completing his PhD, unsure of whether or not he would be able to return and marry Jean Clark. In the beginning of the year 1936, Katsuma's brother, Baron Ion Dan, stopped in Philadelphia to meet Miss Clark and to speak with her professors. Jean's professors assured the Baron that Jean Clark was a good person who would make important contributions to the biological research in Japan once she completed her PhD. Shortly after the visit, she completed her PhD, and that summer, Katsuma returned to America. They were married July 4th, 1936. After they spent the summer at Woods Hole, they toured Europe and then headed home to Japan. The Dans settled in Nagi, near Misaki Biological Laboratory, where Katsuma Dan worked. Soon thereafter, they began their family. A son, Teruki, born in 1938, 1939 brought the start of World War II and the birth of a daughter, Micah, another girl, Marina, in 1940, then a second son, Harumi, in 1942. In 1943, their fifth and final child, a daughter named Amy. The war did not end for another 2 years. There was little correspondence to or from the Dans throughout the duration of the war. Both the laboratory where Katsuma worked and even a large portion of their home was commandeered by the military. In the late days of the war, U.S. troops moved into the area. Katsuma, along with 2 Japanese naval officers, met with 3 American officers. Katsuma described the meeting as loud voices and heated language without anyone taking the time to listen to one another. Afterwards, he decided to write a note in English to the American soldiers. The note compared the facility to others located on the east and west coasts in America. He asked the soldiers to destroy any of the war machines they liked, but to please not destroy the research equipment, and to notify the college once done. The soldiers and commanding officers were so impressed by the plea, it quickly gained notoriety, and the story of the note would even go on to appear in the December 10, 1945 issue of Time magazine. After the war, the Dan family moved to Tokyo for the benefit of the children's education, but still traveled to the Masaki laboratory every weekend. Katsuma and Jean co-authored many published articles together. The most famous discovery by Dr. Jean Dan was the sperm A chromosome reaction in marine invertebrates. This early discovery of how the sperm attaches to an egg had not previously been known, and opened the door to its discovery not only in marine invertebrates, but also in most animals. Jean also spent time working with Japanese scientists translating their articles into English for publication. Her work as a translator is how Mrs. Dan's name ended up on the book, Children of the A-Bomb. She even assisted in the English translation of publications by His Majesty, Emperor Hirohito. She went on to be the first woman to receive an award given by the Zoological Society of Japan, and she later was awarded an honorary PhD from Wilson College in 1962. By every account, Jean Clark Dan was an amazing Wilson woman worth remembering.